Hey everybody, welcome back to KJO Views. I want to jump head first into Dune, and I feel like I have a lot to talk about. So before we get into that, as always, like, comment, subscribe, share again, and let's get into Dune, a picture I've been waiting for, and I think a lot of people have been waiting for. I first want to just talk about the cinematic quality of it. Apparently there was, of course there's computer animated effects, but it streams so seamlessly with the live action. I honestly didn't notice when it flipped, which is still new. I mean, even though they've gotten computer effects to be so close to live action, I've noticed, you can usually notice when they switch. I didn't see that in this picture. It all just looked pretty realistic. Everything floats seamlessly. At no point did I feel like there was a loss in technical quality involving this film. All right, so let's get into this all-star cast, right? Because Jesus Lord, everyone's in this movie. Timothée Chalamet, Zendaya, Rebecca Ferguson, Oscar Isaac, Stellan Skarsgård, Jason Momoa, Josh Brolin, Javier Bardem, Dave Bautista, Sharon Duncan Brewster, and everyone acts their behind off in this movie. The cinematography, the graphics, the casting, and acting alone honestly is enough to pull anyone into the 2.5-hour runtime for this movie. All right, so let's get into this plot. In my mind, it's Game of Thrones on a galactic version. It's Game of Thrones meets Star Wars, right? There's a lot of houses involved here. The main house we're looking at is the House of Atreides. This is Oscar Isaac and Timothée Chalamet's house. Oscar Isaac is the head of the house. Timothy is his son. And then we're also seeing the Harkonnen house, which is Dave Bautista's house. There's other houses we are aware of. These are two of the high houses. They answer or speak directly to the emperor. There's also this cult of witches, or I'm calling them witches, but they do magic, and they typically serve as advisors. Now, one of them happened to marry the head of the House of Atreides, Oscar Isaac's house, and produce Timothée Chalamet's character, their son. This isn't normally the way things go, so this is kind of like how we end up with a double prophecy protagonist, right? Aristocratically, he's entitled to inherit a lot. Magically, he's already exhibiting a lot. So we got a lot going on here, right? On top of that, these people, the Fremen, who Zendaya is one of them, and they are these people who are basically being exploited by the Imperium. The Emperor runs the Imperium. All these houses are in the Imperium. They're being exploited by the Imperium for something that their land naturally produces. So that's the plot. And Timothy's house, the House of Atreides, is essentially taking over this land and trying to do it in a very peaceful way. The next clip is nothing but spoilers. If you have not seen the movie and do not want it to be spoiled, do not watch the next 2 minutes. Oh my God. Okay, so for everyone who's already seen Dune, is his mother going to betray him for this witch cult? Because I don't trust white women and I don't trust witches. So I kind of feel like she is. Also, is Zendaya going to kill him or not? Like, is that vision real? And is she killing him to turn him into a Freeman or Fremen, however you say that? Also, why does Fremen sound a lot like free men? And all these people are clearly brown skin. Like, I get they're brown skin because they're sand and like the sun and the heat all day. So naturally they would be of a darker complexion. But I mean, it's a little too spot on with what's going on in real life. All right. Also, is he going to go on to unite the Imperium, or is he going to go on to just free the Fremen? You know what I mean? Like, what are you going to give us at the end? Also, is he going to smash Zendaya? Because we all want to know that. We all want to see him, not see him smash Zendaya, but know if he smashes Zendaya and give us some beautiful cinematic picture showing us that. How deep is this Fremen world? They said it was 100,000 or a couple 100,000, and then real estimates kind of said it might have been millions of them. Like, Are we going to get into this Fremen world? Are we going to get into all the other houses? Like, we see Dave Bautista's house, and like, oh my god, the death of that whole that death scene, because I didn't really understand what the poison was fully supposed to do. Like, I got it, but I was just like, what? How is it gonna? I didn't realize it was gonna be like this widespread thing. That shit took me out. I was like, oh, okay. But it kind of reminded me again of some big Game of Thrones twists at the beginning. So it's giving me big house betrayals, double crossing, possibly relationships we don't know about between houses that's gonna come out next. So there's so much that part one of Dune has given us that I'm just looking forward to the next part. I will say this, if I was the director, I would have hyped up the action in part one. I do think a lot of people might see this movie and just be left feeling like very incomplete, and not incomplete in the way like I felt like, oh, I need part two. Incomplete like, I wanted more in a part one. So I'm here for it, but again, you know, putting on my fake director hat, I would have probably added some more action or added some more substance to the storyline, in terms of the houses or even the Fremen. But great movie, beautiful movie, cannot wait for it. My recommendation is to see this movie. As always, like, comment, subscribe, share, and share again. And I'll check you guys on the next flick.